Hello. Today we shall see the raw material characteristics for rotor spinning, part 2. The part 1 of the lecture we have seen the raw material characteristics that are most important for rotor spinning, and that is the fiber fineness and fiber strength. Today we shall see the remaining two characteristics. The first one is the fiber length and the second one would be a fiber cleanliness. So the influence of fiber length on the yarn properties spun by rotor spinning is lesser when compared to ring spun yarns. For ring spinning, fiber length is the most important property that is required for spinning a yarn. Whereas in rotor, we have seen last time that fiber fineness is the most important property here. The relation between fiber length and yarn tenacity is as shown in the graph. There is on the x-axis the staple length in inches is shown, and on the y-axis the yarn tenacity. And as you can see the graph, as the staple length of the fiber goes on increasing, the yarn tenacity goes on increasing. It's a direct proportion. But from the graph, it may seem that as the staple length increases, the tenacity is increasing. But we must remember that in case of cotton, longer the fibers are also finer. So we cannot say that the entire effect of yarn tenacity is only due to the fiber length. So therefore, fiber fineness is one of the major contributors towards the yarn tenacity, which is then followed by fiber strength and then by fiber length in case of rotor spinning or rotor spun yarns. So with this in mind, we should take a look at this graph that the longer fibers in case of cotton are also finer in nature. So here there is another table that we see for different cotton class, that is short, medium, long, waste recycled fibers and Comber Noil, the various staple lengths that they come in, and what is the limit or yarn count up to which we can go for with these kinds of lengths. So a short length cotton class, which is between 23 to 26 mm, we can go up to a yarn count of 16s NE. For a medium length range of 26 to 30 mm, we can go up to 60s. The long staple, which is longer than 30 mm, has got no application in rotor spinning, as we can see. In case of waste fibers that are recycled or which are got from opening up yarn and fabrics by tearing them apart, such fibers would have fiber staple length of less than 22, and yarn counts only coarse counts, that is 3s to 10s, can be spun using this particular fiber. Then we come to the Comber Noil. In case of Comber Noil, it depends on the Noil, the length below which the short fibers are extracted. So depending on the Noil that is extracted in the mill, we can have the yarn counts up to 20s. Cotton waste can be easily spun on rotor spinning systems, but yarn quality in terms of yarn tenacity and yarn imperfections are adversely affected as the staple length decreases. And we can see that staple length, although we say that it has got a lesser effect as compared to fiber fineness in case of rotor spinning, but it does have a quite a significant effect. That is, as you go on decreasing the staple length, we see a deterioration in yarn tenacity as well as yarn imperfections go on increasing. So you see an adverse effect, and therefore it is important, but it is third important in case of rotor spinning systems. Yarns spun from short fibers have to be spun using higher twist multipliers, which is a disadvantage. So now we come to the next important property of fibers, that is yarn cleanliness. So coarse trash particles, when they are there in the fiber, they get caught in the rotor groove and can prevent yarn formation, thereby causing ends down. And this is seen especially during the spinning of fine gowns. On the other hand, fibrous collection in the groove can cause thick and thin places in a periodic fashion, which leads to a defective effect which is known as a Moir effect in the fabric. Smaller dust particles also create a lot of problem. They lead to slow filling up of the collection groove or the rotor groove. And if the groove was originally meant to be narrow, then as this dust particles go on depositing themselves into the rotor groove seems to widen up. I mean, the shape would change, and the yarn which was originally compact will start becoming bulkier over a period of time as the dust particles keep on depositing in the rotor groove. The yarn characteristics therefore change over a period of time, and a similar effect is observed in case of synthetic fiber. In case of synthetic fiber, although you don't have dust particles or trash particles in them, but because of the spin finish that you apply in the man-made fibers, that spin finish gets accumulated in the rotor groove and gives you a similar effect of change in the yarn characteristics over a period of time. So therefore, rotor cleaning becomes an important function on rotor spinning. Also, raw material preparation is a precondition for spinning on rotor spinning. The trash content in the raw material must not exceed 0.1% for 30's yarn count. So it means that the blow room must have a dust removing machine in its line, and the cards and the draw frames that we use for the raw material preparation, that must be fitted with suction systems for maximum removal of dust particles. As we know that there is a maximum amount of friction between fiber and metal during the processing in cards as well as draw frame. These two machines provide an opportunity to remove the lighter dust particles that may be otherwise difficult to remove. So as soon as they are released, there should be some kind of suction system which will remove the released dust particles immediately. Then we come to some disturbing impurities in cotton of organic and inorganic types. Certain packaging material that are used for packing cotton and transportation, like jute and polypropylene, used for packaging of cotton, may sometimes get into the process and get reduced in size to such an extent that it becomes impossible to remove them. They may increase the breakages during spinning, or worse, what might happen is they get spun into the yarn and show up as dyeing defects later on in the fabric and lead to a drastic reduction in the value of the fabric. Then we come to one more type of disturbing impurity in cotton: yarn and fabric remnants in case of recycled fibers. Suppose we are using recycled fibers for spinning on rotor spinning, then great care must be taken to open the materials to the individual fiber levels. Cutting or tearing of fibers and yarn residues must be done using appropriate machines to the level of individual fibers. This is what this we're talking about, the machines which are used for opening up the recycled fibers or yarns, and utmost care must be taken by using the appropriate machines to do this. The yarn or the fabric remnants might reach the rotor and may lead to ends down, or in some cases it may appear in the coarse counts in the yarn as a thick place. Then there may be some other disturbing impurities in cotton, like quartz sand and mineral dust and honeydew. Cotton coming from the desert regions might contain quartz, sand and mineral dust. These impurities have a sandpaper-like effect on the spinning elements, like opening roller, rotor, draw nozzles. All these elements might we might see the effect of like wearing out due to this kind of impurities in the cotton, and they wear them out quite quickly. Honeydew is another impurity which is a problem. Honeydew is a sticky liquid secreted by insects as they are feeding on the plant. This liquid may be there in the cotton which we are using for processing. This liquid then gets sticks onto the spinning elements, which leads to the deterioration in yarn characteristic and also an increase in ends down. So the possible remedy for honeydew could be reducing the speed, maintaining an RH of 45 to 50%, and also cleaning of all components thoroughly after the processing is over. or the best way to do it is avoid such cotton having honeydew as an impurity. Some other disturbing impurities that you may find in man-made fibers. One is a spin finish. Spin finish actually needs to be applied because the fibers, when they are being processed, they experience a lot of strain during spinning, at opening rollers, during fiber transport, etc. And hence a low friction finish is normally applied. The friction finishes are mainly lubricants, and they prevent the electrostatic charge that might get generated on the fibers due to friction. And such a charge may then make the fibers stick to the various machine parts due to the opposite charges. And to reduce this friction which is between fiber and metal at any given time, a spin finish needs to be applied. A 0.12 to 0.14% of spin finish, which majorly consists of a lubricant, is applied. And this is much lower when you compare it with a percentage of 0.18 to 0.2, which is applied in case of ring spinning. So the spin finish applications above this level will lead to deposits at the spinning elements, which may result in ends down. The second kind of impurity majorly found in man-made fibers, which is quite disturbing, is the addition of delustrants. Titanium dioxide, TiO2, is used during the production of circular shaped man-made fibers to suppress the luster. So the shine that may be there in man-made fibers, to suppress that, sometimes titanium dioxide is added during the production of man-made fibers in the dope itself. The delustering agent is similar to the mineral dust that is found in cotton, in terms of in a way that this kind of impurity, that is titanium dioxide, we won't be calling it an impurity. It is an addition that is put into the man-made fiber to suppress the luster, but it has a adverse effect of wearing out the spinning elements, similar to that of a mineral dust that is found in cotton. The titanium dioxide content must be below 0.15%, and such fibers can then be used along with other natural fibers in the form of a blend, or it may also be used with other man-made fibers that are not delustered. So when we are processing man-made fibers, we must take care of these two components, that is spin finish and the delustrant that is applied. And these two also can create some kind of problems during processing. Mainly it is ends down. So we come to the end of this lecture. Thank you.